Welcome to the Land, Leisure and Tourism podcast, where we explore fresh ideas and drive innovation, inspiration and growth across the land, leisure and tourism sector. Our mission? To empower businesses and arm you with the knowledge to help you grow and succeed in the tourism industry. I am your host, Agustina, and today we're back for part 2 to dive into the world of holiday letting. We're here with Leah and Alwyn, the owners of this wonderful establishment. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, good, cheers, thanks.
Good to have you. And let's start from the beginning. Go back to day one. What inspired you to go into holiday letting?
Well, I think the main reason was it's hard to make a living in farming these days, and we thought we're going to have to diversify into something. So we thought, we'll try the holiday lets to see how we get on, really. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'd also seen quite a lot of holiday letting going up in the area in Wales, and we kind of seen that it was very successful as well. So we were quite intrigued as if we could do something like that ourselves. So we did a bit of research into it, and then we thought, yeah, why not?
I mean, you've certainly done an amazing job here.
Thank you.
And like you say, it was something new, something that you were trying to do some research on. What was it like diving into something completely new and different?
Very daunting.
I can imagine.
I think at the time we were very naive in a way, weren't we?
Yeah, I suppose.
We were very we just kind of went for it at the time. Looking back now, I think we were a bit crazy. I think a lot of people were like, oh my gosh.
I love that, because it is that thing that sometimes it takes that moment of braveness. Like you say, maybe looking back, you would be like, oh, you guys are crazy, but you were so brave, and you now have something beautiful to show for that braveness that you guys had. Now, that you have this establishment, what is the main goal that is driving you forward?
Just to make it a success, really, innit? And hoping that people that come to stay with us do enjoy their holiday. I think that's the main goal, really, innit? That people enjoy what we provide.
So now that you've mentioned, making the experience beautiful for your customers, what is something that you guys add, the little details that make it different?
So we have little hampers that the guests have when they arrive, and we give them Welsh cakes, something kind of local. It's actually a local lady who makes them as well. So we always put them in, and they have a bottle of wine and some eggs and milk as well. Yeah. So I think a lot of people really appreciate that, don't they? The little things.
Little touches, don't they? So, yeah.
It's nice because you receive that, you come in, it makes it also a bit more homey, and everybody probably is happy with a bottle of wine. I think that's always a good addition. Nobody will be mad at that.
And you've got the essentials that in the morning, if you want breakfast, things like that, you've got the essentials that you need.
Exactly. You don't need to run out and get stuff. Exactly. You're ready to start your day.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. That is beautiful. And, you have some beautiful, beautiful pods here. They are absolutely stunning. What do you think were some challenges that you faced when you guys started this project?
Probably the shape.
Yeah, really.
It is very different.
So,
Yeah,
like there's nothing, you haven't got a square wall to go off, really, have we? So everything was on a curve, so it wasn't very easy.
No.
And then it's a new concept of a shell as well, really. It's just like a twin wall pipe. We scratched our heads a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
How to make it work to start with, but...
Yeah, we were very lucky with your friend as well. Alwyn's friend Roger, he's a carpenter, so he kind of fitted everything into the pod for us, because obviously you can't just buy furniture because it doesn't fit flat to the wall.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so he's built a lot of it and kind of done it out himself, which is great. Yeah.
That is amazing, because it makes everything unique as well to this place as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's very different, yeah.
And now mentioning as well your interior decoration and everything that you've done, can you tell us a little bit more about that? We understand that you have a personal touch.
Yeah. So we were very lucky. We had help from a friend called Ellu. She's a local girl. She only lives about 5 minutes up the road. So she studied interior design, and she just left uni at the time and was looking for a project. So we kind of let her have the reins and just do what she thought would look best, really. Yeah, and she's done a lovely job. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a fun first project as well.
Definitely.
Coming out of uni, like, here you go, decorate the pods.
No, she's very lucky. And she did all our branding, our logo, everything. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Make it also her own,
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
really good.
No.
And we've spoken about challenges, but can you also talk us through the planning permissions and what was that process like?
Yeah, the planning seemed to be reasonably straightforward, really, didn't it? So, but I think with them being, they blend into area really, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, there's grass. They're covered in grass really, and they over the top. So you don't really see them. They blend in well, don't they? So.
We've also got things quite eco-friendly, like we've got our solar lights outside, we've got LED light bulbs as well, so just things like that just kind of help the environment. And yeah, I'd say our pods are very environmentally friendly, aren't they, with the grass over the top and things like that. And we do all our recycling. All our guests do that as well for us. Yeah.
That's amazing. Katie mentioned quite a lot on the subject of sustainability as well, and that is something that visitors value, so I'm sure they're also, you know, it's something that they also look forward to seeing, and it might be one of your other selling points as well that you guys have here.
Yeah.
And it sounds, you know, it's a very lengthy process. How long did it take you guys to do everything?
It was July 2022, I think.
I think so.
Was when we started.
Yeah.
And then, from then to this pod being finished, it was 14 months, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And then, but we put the other pod in as well, just as a bare structure, and we finished the outside because we didn't want people coming up, so it looked like a building site. So, and then that one took another 12 months then to be finished then.
Yeah.
So, that one's been up now 9 months.
It is a lengthy process.
It is a lengthy process, but it's definitely worth it in the end.
That's amazing. Yeah, and again, it does look stunning, and it is that detail that you guys have put in. And, you know, you were just saying as well, when visitors come in, how do you guys attract those visitors? Are there any marketing techniques that you guys have or things that you like to do?
I mean, we're very lucky. Sykes do a lot of that for us. We always see them advertised on some sort of platform, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. But we do have our own social media platform as well. So we've got Instagram and Facebook for that as well, which we just post little videos, any photos before our guests arrive, things like that. So they do reach people as well, which is nice to see.
That's amazing. And I'm guessing you can always, you know, see tagged pictures, maybe if people have come over and share their story as well with you guys, creating that community there.
Yeah, we get a lot of guests that tag us in posts and we'll reshare them, things like that. So it's so lovely to see them enjoy their experience. And we have had the odd photo of people in like Teletubby outfits and things on the top of the Hobbit. So yeah, that's really nice to see.
And also going back to the experiences that you guys have here, I see that you've added your own spa as well. How do you think has that, enhanced the experience for your guests? But also, what was that process like?
It was definitely something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be self-employed and have my own spa. So to be able to do that was amazing. I kind of knew, I've worked in a caravan park, so I kind of knew that people love to have treatments when they're away on holiday. So I knew it would be a bit of a hit with something like this. So yeah, guests do love booking treatments. I'd say 70% of our guests do book to have some sort of treatment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you can see that there's definitely been, an enhancement on that. It was worth it as
well.
well.
It was definitely worth it, because to start with I was a bit, is it going to work out, is it not? But we always leave a price list with treatments in the pod for them to book, and most people do reach out, so
That's amazing, especially if it was a project that you had personally, that is something you wanted to do, to be able to have that and to also, do it in your,
I've been very lucky, because I knew how much work it was to be self-employed, but it was something I've always wanted to do.
And of course, it's very complete. So let's talk about the facilities around the property.
Yeah, so we've got hot tubs with all hobbits, which I think people love. I think it's a big selling point. I would definitely, if I was looking to stay anywhere, I'd look for where has a hot tub. I think that's helped with increasing our pricing as well, as people will pay a bit more to have them sort of facilities. We also have a sauna on site in the spa, which people can use and book. I've got that for people who have treatments, or they can just book to use that on its own as well, which has proved quite popular.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people have asked to book that as well. So
it's definitely, you can see that it is a big point as well, because it does turn into the story, relaxation, and you can come here and just step away from everything.
Exactly, and that's kind of what we wanted to, the pods to be.
That is beautiful. And also when it comes to the upkeep of everything, how do you guys manage that? What does the day in the life look like for you?
Well, I've been very lucky of a family, really.
We are very lucky.
The upkeep and everything.
We've been lucky to just keep it as family for now. So my mum and Alwyn's mum help with the cleaning. Because if I'm busy in the spa, I can't always clean. So they're always there to help, aren't they? Always have to step up and help. So we really appreciate it. We appreciate the help.
That is beautiful because you can keep it in the family, like you were mentioning with the farm business, so it kind of all ties in as well, and you can share that with them as well.
Exactly.
I love that. And I also know that you guys mentioned about how living in farming has become more difficult, and how has, holiday letting helped you bridge that gap?
Well, I suppose, it's just another source of income really, for us really, innit? I felt as if I was at a crossroads. It was either going out to find work as a farmhand somewhere, or we'd have to do something ourselves. So Mum and Dad aren't getting any younger, so I don't think they would have been very happy if I would have been going off to help someone else farm. But no, I think we've done the right decision in the end, haven't we? So
Definitely.
That's really good, and it's nice that you say that you can stay with the family as well. So I think that's
So everything ties in pretty good, really.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're literally still basically on the farm, so we haven't gone far at all when you need to help us with changeovers, things like that.
Yeah, we're only 2 minutes away from the farm, aren't we? So you can pop up, and if any problems with the guests as well, really, and if they want to,
always on site.
Someone's always around, aren't they? So it works well.
That's amazing. And I bet between the farm and here, there's always so much to do, so much going on. Guests coming in and out, checking in and out. And, what sort of guests do you usually have staying over here?
I'd say it's very mixed. We see a lot of couples, but as well families. And this pod that went today sleeps 4 people, and so does the other pod. However, this has 2 bedrooms, whereas the other pod just has the 1 bedroom and a sofa bed. So we find this pod is definitely more family orientated. You do tend to see maybe 2 couples as well, if they've good friends, things like that. But no, I'd say couples probably more than anything. Yeah, it's quite a nice romantic break.
I can see that. It's just so beautiful. Just going for a little walk in the morning, having your breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. You've got the hot tub, things like that. So no, definitely.
I love that. And also, having this place, you guys are creating beautiful memories for other people. But what do you think has been the most enjoyable part for you both?
I'm not sure, really. Just reading through the review book, I suppose.
Yeah. It's definitely really rewarding to hear really good feedback. It knows it's all been worthwhile. Because obviously it was quite difficult at the time. It was a long hours of work, and
when we were halfway through building, we did think who's
going to come and stay with us. So to see that it's paid off is definitely very rewarding.
Oh, that's beautiful. And when we spoke to Katie, she mentioned a couple of testimonials that were definitely testifying of that.
Exactly. No, we're very lucky to have lovely guests. We always have very nice guests, don't we? And they leave us lovely feedback. We've been very lucky in our pod on end. We've had 10 out of 10 throughout the whole time that we've been advertised with Sykes as well. So I think our guests do enjoy staying with us.
That is amazing. It's quite the feat because, you're getting so many different people, and it's beautiful to be able to provide that experience for them, and them leaving so happy that they, will want to come back as well.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guests say that they want to return and
they do,
rebook. So that's really good.
I'll probably be returning as well. I can see myself returning. So when it comes to your business, what do you think is the unique selling point of people coming here?
I mean, definitely outside, as we can see here, the views are to die for. We definitely take it for granted. People who come from the cities, they just love it. And I think, it makes us realise how much we have taken it for granted over the years.
Yeah, definitely.
There's lots of things to do as well in the area. A lot of people do tend to just stay in the Hobbits and don't leave, which is lovely. But we do have a lot of people who like to go for walks. There's a lovely lake about a quarter of an hour from here, Lake Vyrnwy. That is a big selling point, I think.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, and you can drive all the way around that, or you can walk around it. So there's plenty of lovely places to go.
And then we've got the little steam train in Llanfirnwy.
The railway.
Yeah, railway to Welshpool and back. That seems quite popular.
Yeah, definitely. And it's quite lovely. We see a lot of where people have been from when they leave the brochures. When they've left, so it's quite nice to see where they've been during this day.
Like a little track of where they
exactly. And it's handy for the next guests to see, for any inspiration ideas.
True. Recommendations. It sounds like there's a little bit of everything, and it doesn't matter what type of holiday you want to have. They can come here and relax, or go for a hike, go on the railway. It's very complete.
Options of both.
And also, looking back on your guys' history, is there anything that you would do differently? You mentioned that, you might looking back saying, we were crazy doing it, but is there something that you would change from your journey?
I think there was a few things we tried that didn't work. For example, like wallpaper on the ceilings, that didn't work out for us. So that was kind of a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it?
I suppose.
We've lost a few time's been the thing that we've kind of lost with doing little bits, but that comes with the shape and structure of the pod, really.
I guess there are things, that maybe you want to try and you're like, oh, maybe it just wasn't,
Yeah, very much trial and error. Yeah, but until you try it, you're not going to know, are you? So, no.
Exactly. You don't want to be left with saying, oh, what would it look like?
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks amazing now. It's honestly, everything is stunning. And now as well, if you were speaking to other people going into holiday letting, what a piece of advice, if there was one thing you could say to them, what would that be?
Take your time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't rush into getting it finished. Say if you do taking on the project yourselves like we did.
Don't cut corners.
Yeah. It's got to be right, innit?
Yeah.
Because people would pick up on things that are not up to standard, really. So yeah, I wouldn't say rush to get it finished. Take your time, really, innit? Yeah.
Make sure you do plenty of research before you start. We'd seen these sort of pods in another place in Wales, so we did look into them a bit before we started, just so you can kind of see what layout they've done inside, even the outside, things like that. You just got to take it into consideration, what will work on your landscaping, stuff like that, really.
That all sounds like great advice. And also going back to the take your time, it really shows that you guys have really put your hearts into this, and, your guests know it too. So I think with that taking your time, it goes to show the results of that. And also with the research, Katie mentioned that she met you both at the Farm Business Innovation Show. How was that for you both doing, your research process going to that show?
Yeah, it was definitely really educational for us, wasn't it? It was something that we saw online and we thought we'll go. And yeah, it was really great to speak to them in person. Any questions that we had were answered. And yeah, it was good to see their examples of other holiday lets that they had, stuff like that.
And that's really good. And as well, since you met Katie there and now work with Sykes, what has that, process been like?
Really good, really easy. They're always there to help. There's always help on hand if you need it. Easy to get a hold of as well. For the first year, they have kind of a close team that hold your hand throughout the whole experience. So that was really helpful. Any questions we had were answered straight away.
That's really good, especially, because you say it's daunting, it's all new. So it's really good to have that experience helping. And if there's one word that you could use to describe the whole experience, what would that be with Sykes?
I'd say the word reliable. I definitely completely agree with that. And I think the customers would too, because they are really reliable.
Yeah, and very supportive as well, to be fair. It was all new to us, so they've held a hand through it, really, haven't they? And they've been a massive help, so yeah.
That's amazing. And like you say, the customers trust Sykes, and then, you can create that community with them, and again, have them coming back, and you can build that relationship with people. And, never know, you recently started, but in 20 years, there might be a family that comes back and says, oh, look, here we have our kids
exactly.
now.
No, definitely.
That is beautiful. And also, you guys now are holiday owners. Where would you say, if you want to have a little getaway, is there anywhere that you guys like to go?
We've only really done staycations anyway, haven't we?
Yeah, really, haven't we?
In the last 5 years.
We went up to the Lake District.
Lake District, yeah. We do love it there, even though it's not Wales, as Katie said before. But yeah, we do love the Lake District. It is really beautiful. Yeah. We've been to Windermere, haven't we? And that was lovely.
No, it was,
No, so I'd probably say, Lake District.
Well, it goes to show the amount of places that, you can go in the UK and just get to know.
100%.
Peaceful, have a little hike as well. Absolutely stunning. Well, thank you so much both for joining us today and for speaking with us and sharing your journey. It's honestly wonderful what you guys have built here. I will definitely have to come stay.
Yeah, please do.
And to our listeners of the Land, Leisure and Tourism podcast, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that this has shared a little bit of insight into the holiday letting world, and please stay tuned for the next episode. It's gonna be a good one. Until then, keep discovering new opportunities.